Hello everybody, I'm Kevin Engel. I am honored to talk on Chad's life with you today. I've known Chad since the age of 9. I have a degree from Dumas High School, so I got that going for me. Chad has many friends who would gladly get up here and speak and share his stories with you today. But I think it fell to me because I was the only one who could think of the stories that we could tell in a church. So I'm going to give it a go. If I make any omissions or missteps, then in the words of Chad, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. You know, there's a great turnout today. I look out here and I've looked hard to find any ugly women, and I just don't see any. There's a lot of beautiful women here, and frankly, that's how Chad rolls. That's how he did it. And he had a big following, and a lot of people loved him. I got to see Chad when he was in hospice a couple of weeks ago. I drove up just for a quick turnaround trip with our friend Tracy Clark Gable, another one of those beautiful women. She had her darling granddaughter, Kinley, with her. And the nurses told me, you talk to Chad, he can hear you. And I talked to him, and he would open his eyes and look at me a little bit, but he wasn't giving me a lot of acknowledgement. And then Tracy comes up holding Kinley, and she says, hi Chad, it's Tracy and Kinley. And I'm not kidding you. He opens up, and he's looking at her like this, and he's smiling. So I see my opening, and I said, Chad, we just wanted to tell you something. This is Kinley, and this is Tracy. This is our love child, Chad. And he looked at the baby and at her, and then he just kind of looked away. So I was glad I got one more chance to razz him, I did get to spend some time with his real love child, Oakley, last night, and she's a treasure. She is Chad's little twin. She's got the glasses just like he does, and she's very polite. Everything is yes sir and no sir, and may I throw this ball at your head, sir? And she's just a great kid. She's beautiful. Again, we see this theme of beautiful women in Chad's life, but with parents like she had, she really hit the genetic lottery. She's a beautiful little girl, and I hope to get the title of Uncle Kevin and stay in her life. But Chad had a lot of interests, skiing, fishing, hunting. And one of those hunting trips, we went down to Madisonville toward Houston on a hog hunt with our man Pat Frishy. And we had some land down there, and it had been cleared, and we pushed up this really big brush pile. And there wasn't a house down there yet, so we had to stay in tents. And so we drove down there, pretty good trip from Dumas down to Madisonville, and Chad got a little sleepy and he needed one of his patented power naps. So we unloaded his bag and his tent. We left him out there, and I mean, this is tall trees and out in the middle of nowhere. So we put this tent up, put Chad in it, and Pat and I left the College Station to get some supplies, So we come back, and Chad was awake, and Chad was on high alert, and Chad realized he'd been left alone, all alone out there, and Chad had just seen the movie The Blair Witch Project. So he had built him a little fire out there for survival and warmth, and the pine needles had caught and went and spread from his little fire to this huge brush pile. So there's flames 8 feet in the air, and it looks like Apocalypse Now meets the Lord of the Flies out there. Chad's got his pistol just firing into the woods, screaming, "Die, you devil pigs, die!" he was a little bit ticked at us, but he got over it. He was a great avid hunter. And Chad was a Renaissance man. He was interested in other cultures and history and in collecting things, and he was really interested in other cultures. He perfected the art of fake Japanese. Wasn't real Japanese, he'd be the first to tell you that. I said, how are you so good at it, Chad? And he says, well, the key to really effective, good fake Japanese is equal parts freezing cold and really, really constipated. So it would sound something like which means, sorry, most honorable father, combine is stuck in condo. Chad would make a t-shirt for every occasion. You know, he was better than any sorority girl you've ever met. I mean, Chad would, if it happened, Chad was going to make a t-shirt for it. And I don't know where he got these things made. They were a masterpiece of commemoration and just some really, really bad spelling. But we wore them with pride. And so we came up with this idea of the tour of Tejas, where we were going to go fishing and hunting and do all these different things throughout our great state. And on this particular first leg of Tour of Tejas, it was a fishing trip to Galveston. We were going to go down there, and Chad had made these magnetic door signs that you put on the side of the pickup, and it said, "Tour of Tejas, the quest for Shamu." So we loaded up, and we were driving down there. It might have been exceeding the speed limit just a little bit, and so we got pulled over by one of our faithful state troopers doing his duty. And you know Chad, he wants to get to know everybody. And Chad's talking to the guy and telling him where we're going. And he said, "You want to have t-shirts made up, see we're all wearing them?" And the guy says, "Yeah, license and registration." Chad says, "Well, you know, my name's Chad. My first name's Chad. What's your name?" And the guy goes, "Trooper, license and registration." Okay. But even if you give us a ticket, you know, I just want you to have one of these t-shirts. I've got a lot of them made. So the trooper went back, and he was in his car for a while, and he came back up and he says, "I'm going to issue you guys a warning. I'm going to wish you good fishing." So he got a Tour of Tejas t-shirt, and we got a warning out of the deal. And that was Chad. You know, he could charm a rattlesnake. He was just a friend to all men. So we mentioned skydiving. I can expound on that just a little bit. I had gone skydiving maybe a couple of 3 weeks before Chad went. And I've been talking to him. He says, "Man, I really want to get down there and do something. I want to get off the farm and just have some fun." I said, "Well, I went skydiving the other day, and let me tell you, that'll charge your battery. You ought to come down here and do that." So he wants to know all about it. And so I said, "Well, it's a tandem jump. You've got another guy. He's strapped to your back, and all you got to do is jump out of the plane, and he pulls the chute. You're along for the ride." He says, "Cool, man. Oh yeah, you can get a video made, and you can set it to whatever music you want. It's awesome." I said, "Okay." You know, so he called me about 20 times, just working out the details. And shows up on a Friday with his starch jeans and starch polo and his hair done up just so, and he is ready to go skydiving. So I said, "Well, you know, we got to drive down to Granbury from here, a pretty long drive. So we need to get up, we need to shut it down at a decent hour because your plane goes up at 8, you know, what is your time slot? It's pretty popular. So, you know, we're going to shut it down at a decent hour, get in at about 1:30 in the morning." I put him in the spare bedroom, and he sits down there, kind of ramrod straight. I said, "Okay, Chad, I'll get you up about 5:30 and we'll go." And I closed the door. You know how it is. It seems like you just close your eyes and the alarm clock goes off, so it goes off, and get up and throw on my clothes and go in there, and I figure Chad's going to be sacked out. I open the door. Chad's still sitting there on the bed, just like he was. He never laid down. Somewhere in there, he realized that he was going to fall from an airplane over 3 miles up, and he started immediately. He says, I don't know about this, man. I'm not feeling so good. But come on, let's go. You said you were going to do this. You told me to talk you out of it. Come on, let's go. What if the chute doesn't open? Oh, come on. I don't feel good. Come on. We got the truck all the way down there. He's just thinking of everything he can not to do this. So we got there, and he got his jumpsuit on, he got his goggles. He didn't want to wear the helmet that makes you look like you got shot out of a cannon because, again, he was particular about his appearance. And the guy's going through the ground school with him. He said, you know, we're going to get out of the plane. I'm going to be strapped to you. You got to put your feet here, and we're going to hold on to the wing spar of this Cessna. And the guy with the helmet cam is going to be out there, and he's going to see all of us. It's all going to be recorded from the second you jump out of the plane. Chad says, okay. Listen. I think when I get up there, I may not want to jump out, so no matter how much I protest, no matter what I do, I want to do it. I want you to make me go out. Okay, yeah, this is not new ground. Just, you know, I'll do what I do. I haven't lost a man yet, so it's okay. So they go up, and you see on the video, when they're going up. And there's other guys that went up and jumped also. And they would pan to this guy, and he's having a good time. This guy, he's talking to this guy. Then it comes to Chad, and his face is just like this. He's in the zone. And so they get up to altitude, and the plane door comes up, and you see, the camera guy, he's out there on the plane, and you see Chad's face appear from behind, and he looks down over, and he looks down at the ground. He's like, oh, you see his face go back, and that's when the fur really started to fly. Chad put up a tremendous fight. It was kind of like trying to put a cat in a car carrier, And this guy's got stuck to him, and he scrunches him out, and he's pushing him. And they were supposed to get on the wings bar and do a backflip. No, they fell out of this plane. It looked like a slinky got tangled up with a tumbleweed. And they fell, and they flipped so many times. And I'm down on the ground looking at this, and I look up, and they're still pretty high, maybe 2,000 feet up, and the chute is deployed, and they're making slow circles, and I hear, yee-haw! He's coming down, and he had Chad pull those flare strings. This is how you slow down, and he pulled them a little bit late, and so they kind of landed in this big pile and all tangled up in the shroud strings and everything. But he got up, and he's pumped. He's stoked. He says, man, thank you so much for bringing me down here. Thank you. And he looks at the guy that he jumped with. He goes, man, I'm sorry about all those names I called you. I'm not going to sue you. I promise. Really, that was fun. The guy's like, you want to do it again? He goes, no. So, lots of good memories like that, man. Funerals are tough, but they should be a celebration of the life of the guy, And talking to Sean, his brother, he says, you wouldn't believe the texts that I've got and the messages that I've got, just talking about how Chad made people happy, and they had such good memories of him. That's what he did. Chad just made you happy. So I've got a lot of great memories of him. I think my best memory of all was after one of those pheasant hunts. For some reason, we didn't drive through the field at Mach 4 with the shotguns out the window. We decided to walk it. And it was a good long walk, and one of those great, beautiful sunsets. And we shot a couple of birds at the end of the field, and we're just sitting on the tailgate and just drinking in that sunset and enjoying it. And I said, Chad, man, thanks for having us up. I love doing this, and I love spending time with you. And Chad, he turns to me and he says, yeah, and he goes, man, I love you. It's a little different when another man tells you that he loves you, but that was Chad. That was Chad. If it was on his mind, it was on his heart. He was going to say it. And when we get to funerals and we lose people, we realize, maybe I should have told them I loved them more. Maybe I should tell the people every day that I'm with that I love them and how I really care for them, But Chad had that gift. He never held it back. So this is going to hurt a while. This is really going to stick with us. But I challenge you to think about Chad for 5 minutes without thinking about something funny that's going to be uplifting. You can't do it. You really can't. You're going to think about some great time, and sometime it made you feel good. So we need to keep that in our hearts and make this a celebration of his life. We love you, Chad. Shoot.